Imagine this, a million-strong army, the largest ever seen, marching south under one ambitious warlord. His goal, to crush the last resistance and unite all of China under his iron fist. This isn't a fantasy epic. This is the real story of the Battle of Red Cliffs, a clash so monumental it changed the course of Chinese history forever. The year is 208 AD. The once mighty Han dynasty is crumbling. In the north, the brilliant and ruthless chancellor, Cao Cao, has consolidated his power. He controls the emperor, commands a massive army, and now he set his sights on the southern territories, ruled by two key warlords, Sun Quan in the east and Liu Bei in the west. On paper, this was a David versus Goliath story. Cao Cao's fleet, a seemingly endless armada of warships, sailed down the Yangtze River. His soldiers, mostly from the north, were not accustomed to the humid southern climate or naval warfare. Disease began to spread through his camps, weakening morale, but Cao Cao was confident. He chained his ships together, creating massive, stable platforms. This would reduce seasickness and make it easier for his land-based troops to fight on water. It seemed like a genius move, but it would soon become his fatal flaw. The Allied command was a tense partnership. Liu Bei's chief strategist was the legendary Zhu Liang, a man whose name would become synonymous with genius. Representing Sun Quan was the young, brilliant commander Zhou Yu. Despite their own rivalries, they knew they had to work together to survive. They needed to plan a single, decisive blow to shatter Cao Cao's overwhelming advantage, and Zhu Liang had won. He knew the winds would soon change direction. The plan fight. On a cold winter night, under the cover of darkness, a small squadron of ships sailed towards Cao Cao's massive fleet. These weren't warships, they were fireships, packed with dry reeds and oil. Flying the flag of surrender, they approached Cao's unsuspecting. As they got close, the crews lit the ships ablaze and escaped in small boats. The wind, just as Zhu Liang predicted, fanned the flames, turning the small fires into a raging inferno. The fireships crashed into Cao Cao's chained fleet. The fire spread with terrifying speed. Because the ships were linked together, none could escape. The Yangtze River turned into a sea of fire. Panic and chaos erupted, trapped on their burning vessels. Cao Cao's soldiers were either consumed by the flames or drowned trying to escape. The Allied forces launched their main attack, crushing the disorganized and demoralized remnants of Cao Cao's army on the shore. It was a complete and utter disaster for Cao Cao. He barely escaped with his own life. His dreams of a unified empire reduced to ash and smoke. The Battle of Red Cliffs was more than just a military victory. It was a turning point. It shattered Cao Cao's invincibility and ensured that China would not be unified under one ruler. Instead, it cemented the foundation for the next chapter of Chinese history, the iconic Three Kingdoms period, where the rival states of Wei, Shu, and Wu would vie for control for decades to come. This single battle, won against impossible odds through strategy, courage, and a little help from the wind, has been immortalized in poems, operas, and stories for nearly 2,000 years. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes, even the mightiest Goliaths can be brought down by a well-placed stone or, in this case, a brilliantly executed fire attack. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this dive into history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more epic stories. See you next time.